Hey guys, I'm back. I am doing a new series that my sister actually thought of. Figured since probably a lot of girls are going to be watching my channel and everything, it's going to be called Heart to Heart, meaning I'll touch on certain topics that women deal with, like dating and sex and all that wonderful stuff. So today's topic is going to be about dating, but I will branch off into different parts of dating and things like that. But before I get started, I want to show you what's on my face in case anybody is wondering. I will tell you. Alright, so eyeshadow primer is the e.l.f. one, which is the typical one I always use. And my mascara is the Scandalized Flex by Rimmel. I've used this a bunch of times. Eyeshadow, it is a trio by Wet n Wild called Spoiled Brat, and it's the number 336. It's a beautiful, me and my sister, we got this many years ago, this palette. Not a palette, trio, whatever. Pink, black, and silver. I did the pink in the front, smoked it out with the black, and I put the silver underneath my lower lash line just to change it up a little bit. I don't really normally do that, but I'm learning. I'm always learning. I'm always trying new looks out and everything. So if you want to see a tutorial on how I did this, let me know. Thumbs up, comment. I will gladly show you on how I came up with this look using the trio. My liquid eyeliner that I have on is from NYC. It's the high definition one. Go. My highlighter that I am wearing, which you can see it, I hope you can. It is by Hard Candy. I do not know the name of it because it's no longer on there. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened to it. This is what it looks like. That's the packaging. Very simple. That's the product. I will show you a swatch as best as I can if I could get it to show up. Right there. It's a beautiful, beautiful pearlescent white. It's shimmery. I love it. Like I said, I never really was into highlighters. Honestly, the reason why I got started on it is because YouTube, Jeffree Star, ColourPop, all those wonderful brands have it. So I do have a ColourPop one. I've used it. I showed you my other videos when I use it, but today this is the one I found. I figured, hey, this could be used as a highlight, so I used it. And now my lips, I just have a gloss. I figured my eyes are very attention drawing, so I wanted to not use so much attention on my lips. So today I am using Beauty Rush and I Want Candy. This is a great, it's like a little, it's a pink, a little bit of a pink tint, but it's not too much, just a little bit of a gloss. That's pretty much how I look at it. I will be doing a review on this palette, another video. It's called The Blush News. I will do swatches, my honest opinion of how I feel about this this palette I'm talking about. So if you're interested, let me know. Thumbs up, comment, whatever you want to do. Let me know if you're interested in seeing this. I will be doing it. And if you want to see me do a look using this palette, again, let me know. I will gladly film it for you guys and show you, and that'll be another video. So today's video again is going to be about dating, and I'm going to touch on a few topics. I'm going to tell you my experience and any advice I can give you based off of this. If you see me looking, I do have a few, my sister wrote down a few notes for me to touch on. Dating in general, these days, I will say it's much harder to date than it was back maybe 10 to 15 years ago, because now, you know, with social media and with dating apps, it's so hard to really find somebody that is really going to accept you for who you are. Me being a plus size woman, it's even harder because men want to critique you on your weight, on, you know, how you look, your face, on if they're embarrassed to be with you in public, whether they're, you know, if they're true BBW lovers, then you're lucky. If they're a true lover and they're not, and they don't care about who they date, you're lucky. But I've dealt with a share of both, I guess I would say, because, you know, there's some men out there that'll just talk to you online and show you attention there. Then it goes to being in public, they won't say a damn word to you. It happens. I know it's wrong. I agree that it's wrong, because if you're going to talk to me online and act like, oh, you're going to, hey, beautiful, oh my God, you're gorgeous, don't just say it to me online. If you're going to see me in person, tell me in person. I want to hear you say it. You know, I don't understand why men have to do that, but that's just from what I've had happen to me. Dating, I could say many things about this. I have been used, cheated on, and lied to. All three. Yay! I cover all three topics, look at me. But yes, I have been all three. It's, you know, it's not fun finding out that somebody you aren't into or seeing, that you wind up finding out that they have a girlfriend the whole time. And, you know, in my case, when it happened to me, I was too, like, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, so I was kind of like, no, he would never do that to me. But in the end, my sister's the one who caught on, and she's like, yeah, but I'm telling you, he was on his phone, like, all the time. And I would tell him, like, when you're with me, like, shouldn't you be paying more attention to me? Like, he's like, oh, it's not that, it's just that I'm trying to look for music and all this wonderful stuff. But in the end, wound up being that he had a girlfriend, and he just was talking to her, probably trying to shut her up when he was with me, and then he lied and said other stuff. So what else is new? And, you know, all these things, it hurts, don't get me wrong. Does it kind of make you, like, more aware for the next person? Yeah, it does. Because when you talk to somebody and you start to think that something's fishy with them, like if they're not calling you until a certain time at night, or if they don't really comment on your stuff in like on Facebook, or if they don't really like show you much attention, then you have to start to think, something's up. For them to not really be writing anything, like kind of showing that we've been talking, you always got to think, are they married? Are they talking to 10 other women besides you? Which I'm not saying that they're not entitled to, but then don't make it seem like you're so into me if you're going to be talking to 10, 15 other women. You know? I don't play that game. I guess you call me old-fashioned. I just don't do it. If I like someone, a man, I'm going to talk to him and try to move it forward. I don't really do all that stuff where I talk to like 10 different people, because I personally can't do it. Other people don't care. I've had other people tell me, you're crazy, why don't you want to, I can't. If I talk to somebody, it's got to be that one person until something changes, which most of the time it does. Alrighty. Sex. Oh, sex. Oh boy. This cracks me up. I've had many different scenarios when it comes to this. I've had a guy that, you know, always talked about it, always brought it up, always was like, oh, you know, oh, who cares when it happens? Who cares when we have sex? I'm like, no, it does matter to me, because I want to know that I didn't just sleep with you within like a week or two of knowing you. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I've had my mistakes in the past, but I haven't done that ever since, and I said I will not do it. And I stuck to my word. I said, nah, I'm gonna wait. If I'm gonna have sex with somebody, I'm going to make sure that I'm with them for at least a month, a few months, before I can fully know that we're really together, that we're really a couple, that there's none of this, you know, oh, not telling me something. I'm not doing that anymore. I was back in, like I said, I was stupid years ago, and I'll admit it, nobody's perfect, you know, and I made that promise to myself and to my sister, because we talk about everything, and I said I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to sit here and make myself seem like, oh, yeah, look at her, you know, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So I'm waiting until I meet someone, and if they can't respect my wishes and say, alright, if you want to wait a little while, I get it. Is it really a big deal? No. But do they make it a big deal? Yes, they're going to. Yet they'll say that they're not, but they'll bring it up all the time and throw it in your face. Just a heads up. As far as dating apps, I'm on a few. I've met guys off of 3 of them, I believe. Because I am on Plenty of Fish, Tagged. I was on this MIU Meet and everything, but people on there are just wacko. And yes, I will say the best 2 I have talked to people were Tagged and Plenty of Fish. Am I gonna say everybody I've met off of there was amazing? No. But I have had at least better luck as far as talking to people, and you know, am I friends with some of those? Am I still talking to some of those guys from there? No. But do they wind up somehow finding their way back into there and somehow, you know, reaching out? Of course, they always do. It's funny though how they try to make you look like the bad person, but then in the end they always come running back to you and, oh, how are you doing? I missed you, and I missed, you know, when we used to talk. I'm like, yeah, well, you decided to be a douchebag, and that's why I'm not talking. So, dating apps can either be good or they can be really bad. I never really had a horrible experience, but I've had my, like, oh god, you know, geez, I'm lucky that I never met him, you know. I've had my moments because, hey, you live and you learn. That's the whole idea of life. You experience things, it's scary. It is when you hear some situations that women that get, you know, oh, this woman met a guy offline and he, you know, and he hurt her in some way. I'm very lucky that never happened, because I guess, you know, maybe the ones I met just never really were that type of guy. And what can I say? I mean, if that ever happened to you or anything, that's horrible, and that shouldn't have. But really, honestly, these days, more and more, violence is more of an issue. What guys are looking for. Men are, let me tell you something about men. Men are the most confusing. They're so, like, they don't even know what they want. They claim they do. They claim, I want a woman, I want to marry somebody, I want this, I want that. Really, if you do, then men wouldn't make us feel like that we're not good enough, that they try to make you feel like crap when you don't want to give them what they want. Like, as far as, you know, whether it's sex, whether it's money, food, this, whatever it is that they're asking for. And if you say you don't have it or you don't want to do it, they automatically treat you different. They don't text you. They kind of like push you off to the side because you don't want to do what they want at that time. So men can be a little confusing there. Some guys are true when they say that they're not looking for that and they're looking to meet someone. Some of them will show you that side of them, and some of them get like annoyed and they're like, oh, well, I've been not talking about it and it's hard not to bring up sex. I'm like, it's not that hard, honey. I've done it many years, okay? I'm not the most sexually active person. I'm not every weekend going out there and, you know, getting it and like, oh yeah, you're gonna look at me. No, okay? I've never been that type of person. I don't plan on being. And I'm happy that I am that type of person, that I don't have to depend on it. I don't have to, oh, I need it, oh my god, I'm gonna die without it. No, okay? But some people will try to make you feel that way. They try to want to make you feel like you have to give it to them. You have to talk a certain way. Text, this, that. Oh, send me this, send me that. I'm like, God, it's like, enough already, please. My family. My family, I love them. I really do. You know, they put me here on this earth. I will give them that. But when it comes to dating and accepting who I decide to date, they don't do it. They're very hard to like they're not very accepting. They're not like, oh, congratulations, I'm happy that you found somebody, I hope he treats you right, and it's like the basic thing. My family doesn't do that. They're very like, oh, he probably is just using her for sex. He probably is just, oh, he's probably doesn't even like girls nor their size. And I'm like, wow, gee, thanks. You know, I think he's gotten plenty of pictures of me, body and all, showing what he's getting. And he's not, you know, if he's going to make it, if he's going to reach out to me and say he wants to make it official, at least just be happy for me. You know, I don't know, like I said, I think I could talk for a lot of plus size women out there that I think this happens to them in general. I think it's like family just can't accept like your size, and they just don't look at you as being a human being. They kind of judge you because you have extra weight, you have a big stomach, you have a big arms, whatever it may be your problem is. And they just don't look at you like you're a human. They kind of judge you because, oh, she's fat and she has this. That doesn't mean that people can't look past it and love the person for who they are. Their heart, whatever it is. If they have a connection, why can't people just be happy? You know, I don't know why, for some reason, I've never had that when it came to my family, because they're very judgmental. And they're very quick to say what the person is, why they're dating, you know, like they know everything all the time. Meeting somebody in person, that's always tricky. I know for me, I get very, very nervous. I get like, oh my God, especially when it's the day, and I'm always like, I'm panicking because I am going from talking to a guy on the phone to text to in person, which is a huge step. You're actually meeting them, you're going to be, you know, and it's nerve-wracking. It's difficult because you don't know what their first impression of you is going to be. Is it going to be good, or is it going to be that they're going to look and go, oh wow, and like, are they going to like not like what they see? It's always about, you have to try to look your best, but then it's like, you don't know, you know, what they're going to say about how you look. If they're going to not have the same feeling like they do as far as talking and texting, is it going to be the same? And it's difficult. I will admit I am a very shy person when it comes to meeting somebody that I don't know. But give me, I'd say like a half hour, 45 minutes, I start to get over it, and I'm fine. You know, it's like I said, it's different for everybody. Some people, like my sister, she doesn't care who she meets. She can outnumber the person through a hole in the wall, and she'll start having a conversation about every little thing. I will be in the corner like, oh, how are you bringing that up? But, you know, you don't even know who he is. And she's like, I don't give a shit. She's like, I'll ask him whatever I want. Some people are blessed in that department, and some people like me that it takes them maybe some time to open up about certain topics, and other people just don't care. So if you're that person, if you're like me, that's shy, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't let anybody tell you like, oh, you have problems because you're shy. You don't have problems. You're human. You have feelings. That's all it is. How guys change from in the beginning talking to after you meet or date them. Oh man, this is wonderful. Yes, this happens a lot. I have my share of different types of men that when they're texting you, they're all like sweet and loving and good morning beautiful and I miss you and how's your day and all these wonderful things. But sometimes when you meet somebody and you're like talking, or you're approaching that dating step, sometimes they change. Like they don't say good morning beautiful, like it's just like they text you whenever, and I'm like, I don't understand how come you used to text me every morning when before we met, and now when we met you don't really text me like you used to. When you bring it up, they're like, no, it's not that. Of course they always try to change it on you. They're like, no, see, there you go, it's all you. I'm like, no, it's not me, it's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that the texting's not the same, that you're not like reaching out to me like you used to. It's kind of like, what is it, like you don't like something? Like, No, 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 of course they try to change it. They try to make it seem like it's not them, because half the times it's never the guy, it's always the female. So, you know, it happens. It's wrong. I agree. It's wrong that I feel if you met somebody, and if I feel if everything went well and it went the way it should have, and it wasn't awkward, there wasn't nothing bad that happened, why should everything else change? Keep it the way it was. That's how you keep the feeling there. That's why men don't understand why when they say, oh, well, everything changed once we met. They never believe you. They're like, no, it's not that, it's you, and oh, here you go worrying and second guessing. I'm like, no, because when it happens, that's the feeling a woman gets inside. They're like, oh, something's up. Either he doesn't like what he saw, or he's just not happy with with how I look. Like, is it that he thought I was going to look one way, but then in person I was fatter, or I was this, or my hair is not the right length, or my this? But sometimes it's the stupidest thing that they'll critique you on. But you know what? You are your own person. If someone is going to make you change for them, don't do it. It's not worth it in the end. You're your own person. You have your own style, your own way about yourself. If you're happy with the way you are, and if you're content with it at the moment, and that person or man or woman's gonna tell you, I don't like your hair, you know, you have to do this, grow out your hair, dye it blonde, or lose weight. And okay, yeah, I understand. I understand I could lose weight. I get that, but don't sit here and tell me that's what I have to do in order to get your approval. That's not the way it's gonna work, okay? When I'm ready to do it, I will do it, and that's it. You're not gonna tell me how to do it, when to do it, you know? And I understand that some people it's difficult. You know, don't sit here and make somebody feel like a piece of crap just because you want them to change. Oh, if you had a smaller waist, you'd be so much prettier. Nothing bothers me more than hearing that stupid line. Oh, you would be prettier if you were skinny. Then why are you talking to me? Why would you even message me on the app, or on Kick, or on Facebook, or on... Why would you message me then? If I would be prettier if I was skinny, I'm not skinny. And why would you even take it to the next level? Why would you even meet me then? Obviously, you liked me. Is it why? Is it because I'm not good? It's just because I'm not easy? It's because I won't jump into bed with you? That's probably what it is in the end. They won't tell you, but that's what it is. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to change who you are for anybody. Let that be something in your head. You are you. You're beautiful. You are here for a reason. I know sometimes life makes you feel like you're not here for a reason, whether you're dealing with a current situation or something is really wrong, and you just feel like, oh my God, I'm not meant to be here on this earth. I get it. I know what it's like. I feel it. I have a lot of days that I feel that way, but I know I am here for a reason. I do have a purpose, and I just gotta be positive. I know it's difficult, but there are many ways you can get positivity online, everywhere. But just remember, don't change for anybody. If they can't accept you for who you are, then they're not good enough, then they're not meant to be in your life. And, you know, if you ever need any advice, if you want, like I said, that's why I'm doing this heart-to-heart topic, because I know sometimes it's hard for women to, you know, to have somebody to talk to. I know it's difficult. I don't want this video to go into, like, it's already 24 minutes. I don't know, like I said, I know it's a lot of talking, but there was a lot of topics I had to cover. If there's any other topics you have in mind, please let me know. Comment below. If I don't have it written down already, let me know. I will definitely touch on it. If you like this, thumbs up. Let me know in the comments.